Hi, I'm Shimelle Laine. Thanks for stopping by, and it's been a very long time since I've been in front of the camera, but just wanted to say hello and say that this month I am really challenging myself to convert my Project Life album of Wonder Boy Baby's First Year into some completed pages where lots of the weeks are all photos and little notes for myself, and only maybe a dozen of them were completed pages in the style that I wanted to have in this book. So this month I'm working on that, but I wanted to stop right before I start this and say that it's not the disappearance of 12 by 12 pages. I'm working on 12 by 12 pages too, and I had a few people send me some panicked messages saying, oh, are you giving up 12 by 12? And I'm definitely not. 12 by 12 is definitely where my heart is. I love the full page size, but in this particular case, I want to get this book done so that it's something, well, not necessarily done. I want to have this book to the point where I would be really happy for someone in my home to stop and look at it, because that's how all my 12 by 12 albums are. And even though they're all a work in progress, it doesn't matter if they're missing pages. I'm always really happy for somebody to take them. But because this one is in a little bit of limbo where some of the pages are done, some of the pages are notes, and some of the pages are photos, it really is a little bit awkward to hand over. So I really want to get this to a point where anybody could look at it and that I wouldn't just kind of hide it away. I want it to be something that's a lovely memory and enjoyable to look at. So thank you for joining me. This week I am starting on Wonder Boy's 14th week, and I'm going to do these little short videos because I can just take a few minutes each day to do a card or two, and I turn the camera on and then I try my best to get them edited within a day or two so that I have little bits along the way. And when the whole spread of 2 pages over a whole week is finished, then I upload it to my blog so you can see all the small videos together. And that way, whichever viewing pattern works best for you, if you want to watch just a few minutes at a time, go for it, and you can subscribe on YouTube and watch them each day. Or if you want to see it all in one sitting where it all comes together, then stay on the blog and watch it at shimelle.com. Okay, that is enough of my face. Thanks so much. I'm going to get scrapping now. Because both these photos have quite a lot of white space, then I also have the potential to overlap something on top. So I might put something in this space here. And I think that's enough thinking about that. So trying to figure out what embellishment I'd like to go here, and I've gone straight to that label punch that I was using last time. I need some embellishment in this area, and I've gone straight to that label punch that I used last time as well because it just works really well in these small spaces. But what I need is something that offers me some color contrast, and many of the patterns in this collection are on that white or cream background. There's not a lot that's high contrast. There's a few, so I've pulled out 2 that offer me some contrast, this wood grain and this really bright stripe. I'm going to do some labels in the wood grain, and then there's another punch I wanted to use this week as well, which is this star from Hobbycraft. So I'm going to give it a try with. You end up with this dimensional star shape, and the drawback to being both a punch and both a cutter and an embosser is that with thicker paper, like cardstock weight pattern paper, it does get jammed. So I find that I have to use tweezers to make everything come out of the punch again. But the design is really cool. So I got that at Hobbycraft. It's their own brand. I don't know if other companies in other countries have that same design, but it's kind of cute. So I'll give this some brown edges, likewise with the wood grain pattern paper. And whichever of these tags I don't use, or these little labels I don't use on this card, I'll use elsewhere on the spread, so no harm in inking them all now. Okay, so let's see how this fits in. I think if I tuck it behind. And then to keep the dimension in the star, I need a pop dot behind there. Doesn't need to be a massive one, just a little short one works well. just so the center doesn't collapse back down to flat. And then I think the little one up here, I was wondering, do I go with the bigger one? Actually, I want to put a number sticker on it. So the bigger one, but I'll run slightly more of it off the edge of the card. There we go. And that number sticker up there, and I think I'll add the letters with those tiny little American Crafts letter stickers and some letter stamps and some brown ink. Oh my goodness, tags and labels I'm getting mixed up today, stamps and stickers I'm getting mixed up today. I need some more sleep. Oh well, I'll sleep when I'm 80. It's okay. And this picture, in case it's giving you any signs of hyperventilation that I'm stamping on the picture and covering up so much of that top corner, it's this same image here is one that I have blown up to a full 10 by 12 page size elsewhere in his scrapbooks, because on the same day every month I took a photo in the same spot, so I put him at the end of the bed and took this photo with all of the white in the background so that I have them as a series, and then I printed them giant so that they fill almost all of a 12 by 12, and I just had that little strip down the side to add some journaling that kind of summarizes what he was up to at that particular age. And so they show up huge elsewhere in the album. So I'm not too worried about overlapping, but I still like the idea of putting them within the week so that I see that in context of everything else that we did in that particular week. There we go. I feel like I need something else over here. There's a sheet in here. There's not like a dedicated cut apart sheet in this set. There's not like one that was 12 by, or when it was 12 by 12 it was 3 by 4 blocks and it's cut down. But there's this particular pattern paper design that's made up of all different little pieces of ephemera, little boxes of receipts and blueprints and ledger paper. So that works well as a cut apart, and I think will work well tucked behind here. Yeah. And I'm just wondering about texture. I'm going to put some writing on there. Go ahead and use my brown pen. And just wondering if maybe I need some sort of texture along here, maybe some tape or twine or something to have a little horizontal element, but something a bit free-flowing. I thought about using baker's twine, but noticed as I was getting my baker's twine that I have heaps of this light blue thread that I use in my sewing machine a lot, and I thought a big stack of that would be quite what I wanted, a free-flowing element that could be horizontal. So it can go across here, but it will be quite an organic shape where I haven't had to try and force it into anything. Just want to fix the bend in the star that I just broke. Okay, and then I can just repeat that across the layout here and there, and it doesn't have the bulk of baker's twine. It will lay flat, and some of my baker's twines are quite thick. Not all of them, but a few of them. So I think that's where I'm going to stop with that one now, and I'll move on to the next card. If you want to see how this one all comes together, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching, and I really hope to see you soon. Bye-bye!